Dear friends, welcome to the online platform of RIOS 125. I am Vidyalata, Technical Officer, Department of Radiation Physics, Regional Cancer Center, Trivandrum. First of all, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to the organizers of this platform. Today, I am going to present RT techniques of CA breast. Let me introduce about CA breast. Breast cancer is the most common cancer in women among worldwide, contributing around 25.4% of the total number of cancers. Important to keep in mind that if identified and properly treated while in early stages, breast cancer can be cured. Then coming to the topic, anatomy of breast. The breast is the tissue overlying the chest, that is pectoral muscles. It is made of specialized glandular tissue that produces milk as well as fatty tissue. Nerves provide sensation to the breast. The breast also contains blood vessels, lymph vessels and lymph nodes. Importance of tumor site. The upper outer quadrant has the majority of cancers, then follows central area, then upper inner and lower outer and lower inner quadrants. Types of breast cancer. Ductal carcinoma in situ, invasive ductal carcinoma, inflammatory breast cancer and metastatic breast cancer. Staging. TNM staging is followed. TNM staging for T, it is tumor. It means how large is the tumor, is it primary tumor and where is it located. Then T plus a letter or number, that means 0 to 4, is used to describe the size and location of the tumor. Tumor size is measured in centimeters. Then N denotes node. Then here the spread of tumor to the lymph node can be specified. Then M is metastasis, whether there is cancer spread to other parts of the body. Staging can be done by clinical or pathological. Clinical staging is based on the results of tests done before surgery, which may include physical examinations, that is mammogram, ultrasound and MRI scan. Pathological staging is based on what is found during surgery to remove breast tissue and lymph nodes. In general, pathological staging provides the most information to determine a patient's prognosis. There are 5 stages. Stages 0, which is non-invasive ductal carcinoma in situ, that is DCIS, and stage 1 to 4, which are used for invasive breast cancer. Then comes to the treatment options. There are various treatment modalities. 1. Surgery, radiotherapy, chemotherapy, hormone therapy and targeted therapy. Surgery, mainly 3 types. Lumpectomy, in this case remove the tumor and tissues around it. It is otherwise called breast conserving surgery or BCS. That second one, simple mastectomy, in which removes the whole breast tissue. Then comes modified radical mastectomy or MRM. In this case, removes the entire breast tissues and most of the underarm or axillary lymph nodes. Then one more cases, toilet surgery. In this, this is a mode of palliative surgery in metastatic and is locally advanced cancer patients. Next option is the radiotherapy, which is otherwise called radiation therapy. In this section, it uses high energy electromagnetic waves to kill cancer cells. Radiation plays an important role in the management of breast cancer at all stages. It is also highly effective in palliative modality. Chemotherapy. In this, uses drugs to kill cancer cells. As these powerful medicine fight the disease, they also can cause side effects like nausea, hair loss, early menopause, hot flashes, and fatigue. Hormone therapy. In this, it uses drugs to prevent hormones, especially estrogen, which cause fueling the growth of breast cancer cells. Targeted therapy. In this, using hormones which target some specific characteristics of cancer cells that have high levels of protein called HER2. Then coming to the topic, radiation therapy. First of all, I am going to tell about in which condition we are giving RT to CA breast patients. First, in post BCS, that means after breast conserving surgery. Second one is in post mastectomy. Third one is palliative and in neoadjuvant therapy.
Types of RT techniques. Various types of RT techniques are there.
Then RT fields.
Conventional or two-dimensional.
What are the
or
radiotherapy
2D
fields
RT, three-dimensional
which are
conformal
giving to
radiotherapy,
the
that is 3D
CA
CRT,
breast patient?
intensity modulated radiotherapy,
Two
that is
tangential fields
IMRT,
for
and
chest wall or
brachytherapy.
whole breast, supraclavicular field alone, sometimes supraclavicular and axillary field, internal mammary field, posterior axillary field. Indication of whole breast RT. Whole breast RT is done in the following conditions. If the tumor size is greater than 5 cm, if node is positive, in all cases of breast conserving surgery, then in positive or close margin cases. Indication of supraclavicular lymph node radiation. In clinically N2 or N3 diseases, in 1 to 4 plus lymph node with high risk features, then high risk no dissection. In these cases, supraclavicular lymph nodes to be treated. Indication of axillary nodal RT in node with extensive extracapsular invasion in supraclavicular lymph node plus with no dissection. Then if in inadequate axillary dissection cases and in high risk with no dissection cases, in these conditions axillary nodal RT is to be given. Indication of internal mammary node radiation or IMN radiation. In internal mammary node or IMN metastasis, in positive axillary node with central and medial lesions, stage 3 diseases, then if the node in IMN chain and clinically positive internal mammary lymph node, in these situations IMN field to be added. Indication of PA boost. If coverage of deep supraclavicular lymph node is needed, then PA boost also to be done and provide optimal dose distribution to supraclavicular field. In this condition also posterior axillary boost. Planning. Before undergoing external beam radiation therapy or radiation therapy, we must do a planning to ensure that radiation reaches the precise spot of the body. For this, planning typically includes conventional, that means for two-dimensional RT, and CT planning for 3D CRT, IMRT, etc. Conventional or two-dimensional RT achieves good target coverage with good dose homogeneity. 2D treatment planning is done for most carcinoma breast patients at present. It is simple and easy and less time consuming. It can be done manually or on orthogonal films or body contours, hence cheaper. Manual planning is time consuming while computerized planning is quick and fast. Modalities of radiation for 2D plans. Photon beams are used. Positioning. Patient set in supine position. Head turned towards the opposite side. Arm of the affected side abducted 90 degree and rest under head, which brings arms out of the way of the lateral beams. Opposite arm placed by the side of the body. All feet should be treated with the same position. Angle of rotation of gantry for tangential fields. It enables how much angle of gantry rotation for tangential field can be mentioned. First, lead wire placed on lateral border. Then field opened at 0 degree rotation on chest wall and central axis placed along medial border of marked fields. Gantry rotated until on fluoroscopy central axis and the lead wire intersect. Angle of gantry at that point noted medial tangent angle. Lateral tangent angle is 180 degree opposite to medial tangent. Limitations. 2D plans give dose distribution in one selected plane only. Not possible to know target volume distribution. Difficult to assess dose to normal tissue like lung, heart and opposite breast. Three-dimensional conformal radiation therapy or 3D CRT. Three-dimensional conformal radiation therapy ensures a more targeted delivery of radiation to the cancerous area without affecting healthy tissues and organs. It involves imaging, precise radiation, and dose calculation. Computer optimized treatment planning, which enables to create 3D images of the tumor and surrounding organs and then match radiation beams precisely to the tumor size and shape. And computer controlled treatment delivery. Treatment plan for each patient are individually designed. MLCs make beams precisely to the size and shape of the tumor. This decreases radiation exposure to surrounding healthy tissues. 3D plans allow dose uniformity across the breast, reduces area of fibrosis and edema. It also reduced heart and lung doses. Beam energy. X-ray energies of 4 to 6 MV are preferred. Photon energies greater than 6 MV underdose superficial tissues beneath the skin surface. If tangential field separation is greater than 22 cm, then significant dose inhomogeneity in the breast is present. In such conditions, higher energy photons, that is 10 to 18 MV, can be used to maintain homogeneity. Various steps in 3D CRT. Positioning, immobilization, simulation, target volume, treatment volume, dose and fractionation, setup verification, then treatment delivery. Patient positioning and immobilization. Most crucial parts of RT treatments are accurate delivery of a prescribed radiation dose, then sparing surrounding reticle tissue. First, To achieve this, immobilization must be used. Our primary goal is reproducibility of position. A reduced positioning error can reduce time delay. Then positioning. Supine position. Breastboard to make chest wall surface horizontal brings arms out of the way of lateral. Immobilization devices. Breastboard, backlog, and prone breastboard are used as immobilization devices. In this picture, patient in breastboard position is seen. Target volume. After breast conserving surgery, the whole breast RT and lumpectomy boost is done. Then RT also is to be done for regional nodes. Then after mastectomy, the target volume is chest wall, mastectomy star and regional nodes. For IMN field, internal mammary node metastasis. Simulation. CT simulator for 3D CRT is used. It has become standard for planning breast radiotherapy. The patient lies on a breastboard that is inclined to ensure that the sternum is horizontal. The arm on the ipsilateral side is abducted to 90 degrees and supported by armrest support on the breastboard. CT will taken after placing 3 fiducials. After taking CT, then contouring in each slice. That means marking of the tumor site and organ at risk and surrounding normal cells have to be marked. Then field placement is to be done. Then plan optimization also to be done. The next step is the plan evaluation. View through DVH dose volume, that is dose volume histogram, that allows the optimization of dose distribution to get maximum dose to the tumor, that is target PTV, and a minimum dose to the organ at risk, in this case heart and lung. Then review weight and shape field by field. This figure shows the dose volume histogram. Plan verification. The treatment plan is approved in TPS and then sent to the simulator. Set the patient there. Then take the simulator film. This film must be matched with the DRR, that is the tangential field to the chest wall. The chest wall or breast is treated isocentrically and is covered by a pair of wedged tangential fields. The posterior beam edges are parallel to reduce divergence to the lung. The superior beam edges are also parallel to allow matching of the fields to any supraclavicular or axillary fields. The whole breast is included to ensure any residual or microscopic disease is irradiated. Borders. Superior border is suprasternal notch. Then inferior is 1 to 2 cm inferior of the inframammary fold, enough to ensure full breast coverage. Then medial border is the anatomical midline. Lateral is mid-axillary line, may be moved posterior, matching supraclavicular and chest wall fields. By treating with the isocenter technique, the supraclavicular fields and the upper border of the tangential field should be matched. Isocenter placed at the junction of tangential and the supraclavicular field. Inferior portion of field blocked for supraclavicular treatment, superior portion blocked for tangential field. This is the field matched with the tangential field of the breast. The machine setup also seen here. Internal mammary node field treated with wide tangential field, direct internal mammary node field or IMN field, either by electron or both photon and electron. Beam modification. Beam modification is done in order to achieve the dose uniformity across the treatment fields. Beam modification achieved by wedges, bolus, and asymmetric jaws. Wedges are compensators to achieve uniform dose distribution in breast, used in intact breast to produce minimal, that is 10% or less, dose variation from base to apex, achieving dose uniformity within the breast. In bolus, wax bolus is used. This increases dose to skin and scar after mastectomy. Then asymmetric jaws. It is also used to provide the wedge effect called enhanced wedge, that is EDW. In this picture, breast cone with cobalt beam and wedge filters used in Linacs are seen here. Role of boost. Boost to tumor site after whole breast RT in BCS. Local recurrence tend to be primarily in and around the primary tumor site. Boost decreases a risk of marginal recurrence. It is more advantageous when margins unknown and young women less than 40 years. And it also benefits seen in all age group. In this picture, electron boost and tangential boost is shown. Methods of boost. External beam RT, photon and electron beams are used. Electron beams 9 to 16 MeV usually used. Benefits of 3D CRT. The targeted radiation therapy allows us to treat irregular shaped tumors. Precise delivery of high concentrated radiation to targeted cancer site. Limited radiation exposure to surrounding healthy tissues and organs. Fewer side effects than standard radiation therapy. Intensity modulated radiotherapy, that is IMRT. IMRT is like 3D CRT, but it also changes the strength of some of the beams in certain areas. This gets stronger doses to certain parts of the tumor bed and helps lessen damage to the nearby normal body tissues. The intensity of the radiation directed at the breast is varied to better target the tumor, spreading the radiation more evenly throughout the breast. IMRT may also help to lessen the long-term effects on the breast tissue such as hardness, swelling or discoloration that were common with older radiation techniques, but it has to be proved. Brachytherapy also can be done for CA breast patients. It is in two types, interstitial and intracavitary. Dose of radiation. For whole breast RT or chest wall RT, conventional dose is 50 gray in 25 fractions in 5 weeks, hypofractionated dose. Then 40 gray in 15 fractions of 267 centigrade given in 3 weeks, or 42.5 gray in 16 fractions of 266 centigrade given in 3 weeks. Breast boost irradiation to tumor bed, 16 gray in 8 fractions in 1.5 weeks and 10 gray in 5 fractions in 1 week. Lymph node irradiation, same dose of whole breast. Possible side effects of radiation. depend on which part the body is being exposed to radiation and how much radiation is used, and majority are temporary, can be controlled and generally disappear over time once treatment has ended. The main short-term side effects of external beam radiation therapy to the breast are breast edema, telangiectasia, that is abnormal dilation of superficial blood vessels, pain and skin changes similar to a sunburn, that is redness, skin peeling, darkening of the skin, and fatigue, lymphedema, nausea and hair loss, rib fracture, heart problems, lung problem. To take care of your skin during radiation therapy, wash your skin gently with warm water. Don't scrub or rub the area. Don't wear tight dress. Don't wear ornaments. Give psychological support. Ask them to keep positive attitude, to involve in day-to-day activities, regular exercise, healthy food, more water intake, regular follow-up. Patient care. It means supportive care. It aims to ensure and improve the quality of life of the patient. It also requires a multidisciplinary cooperation and coordination. Conclusion. RT improves local control as well as overall survival. RT is mandatory in breast conserving surgery. Boost increases local control, but there is compromise in cosmesis. The X-rays or particle radiations are painless and invisible, not radioactive after treatment. It is safe to be around other people, including children. Thank you.